What's going on, guys? Alan here from Gods of Wall Street. In this video I'll be reviewing my Volatility 75 index battle robot. As most of you know, the trading arena is a battlefield. Trading simply means them trying to take your money and you trying to take their money. It's a battlefield, guys. Trading is eat or be eaten. It's either you're on the menu or you're on the dining table, guys. Okay, so and this robot is built just for that, for the battlefield. The symbol in this backtest will be VOT 75 index, and we'll be trading it on the 30 minutes chart. We'll be backtesting it on the 30 minutes chart from 2019 till date. I did another video where I backtested it from 2016. Yeah, I think it should be there on my YouTube. That backtest should be there on my YouTube, but for the purpose of this backtest, we'll just do it from 2019 till date. The initial deposit will be $300. The initial deposit will be $300. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start the backtest. Let's go ahead and start the backtest. And then in this backtest, in this video, I'll be reviewing two sets of settings on VOT 75. This is the first set of settings. Okay, so that's a balance line there. It shows the debts on the x-axis and the profits on the y-axis there. So keep in mind, I'll be reviewing two sets of settings in this review video. So the backtest has ended. We couldn't increase the lot size on a backtest, but in real time you'll be increasing the lot size, so you'll make more profits in real time. So that's a deep loss there. In the second set of settings, we'll see how we can recover a loss like that much faster or much quicker in the second set of settings. So these are the results for the backtest. Master those figures there. The gross profit 837 there. The gross loss $100. In the actual sense, in real time, you'll be increasing the lot size, so you make more profits than that. In real time, you'll be increasing the lot size with increasing balance. Okay, so for the second set of settings, let's see if by increasing the take profits we increase the recovery rate for the loss and the gross profits. Let's see if by increasing the lot size, if we can increase the recovery rate. As you can see, that loss hasn't yet been recovered with this take profit. So let's see if we can double the take profit and see if the gross loss and the gross profits will increase, especially the gross profit. That's what matters. So let's see if we increase, if by increasing the take profits by 2, if doubling the take profit we increase the gross profits. Okay, so the backtest has started. The drawdowns seem to be relatively small because the take profit has increased. Okay, let's see how the backtest ends. Okay, so as you can see, that loss was recovered. And profits were made on top of that. But in the previous settings, it wasn't recovered. But then we've also doubled the profits. The gross profit has doubled, as you can see, from 800 to 1,500. But then the gross loss has also increased from $100 to $400. So that's the thing there, guys. There are two different settings, and you'll be the ones to choose which type of settings you want to trade with. I'm not choosing for anyone. That's the purpose of this backtest. It's either you choose the first setting or the second settings. That's the purpose of this review video. I don't choose for anyone. The largest profitable trade is 1.9. The average profitable trade was 1.8. mind you, we are using the smallest lot size on Volatility 75 index on this backtest. For the purpose of this backtest, I'm using the smallest lot size, and then the largest loss was $100. So that's what you risk. That's the minimum risk on VOT 75. That's why we've reduced the subscription fee for this robot, because the minimum risk on VOT 75 for this robot is $100. It's $100. That's why we've reduced the subscription, so that you can use all the monies to fund your account. Because I've seen most people are coming with relatively small amounts of capital to trade VOT 75, but VOT 75 requires a lot of capital, relatively huge amounts of capital and all that. So those are the trades. This robot has got the same model as my NAS 100 and US 30 robots. Same model. One trade per day, and the trades are random. We will have drawdowns on some bad days like that one. We will have drawdowns. That's why you're not using a crazy lot size. I've seen a lot of people using crazy lot sizes in a small account. Those drawdowns will take you out before stop losses even hit. Okay, so as you can see, most trades will be instant. As you can see, most trades will be sniper entries, except for a few days. Most trades will be instant. We'll get in and out of trades as if nothing happened. And then on some bad days like that one, we have no trades. On some bad days like that one. I start receiving phone calls as soon as the robot hasn't traded on a particular day. People start calling me. What's going on? What's happening? Are we safe? Yeah, we are safe, guys. We are safe. As long as you are using a small lot size, a recommended lot size. Don't use a lot size which will blow your account before take profit has even been hit. So these are the trades. There will be drawdowns like that. That's why you have to use a small lot size. This was the biggest drawdown this year. In February. I remember what happened after we took a loss there. After we took a loss on February 7th there. A few days from there, we had a drawdown. Most traders closed this drawdown. It didn't even hit stop loss, but traders closed this trade due to fear, because it just came after a loss. This drawdown came after a loss, and people had fear and closed it. Most traders will remember. If you traded on this period, you remember people closed this trades, but it never hits stop loss. That's why when using these robots, you have to use a small lot size, very small lot size, to accommodate drawdowns. Don't use abnormal lot size which are going to take you to margin call even before stop loss has been hit. So on most days, as you can see, the trades will be instant on most days, but then on bad days we have drawdowns. I wanted to make this clear in this review video, so that this thing doesn't destroy your account. As you can see, on most days take profit is being hit almost instant. Okay, so the backtest will end here, guys, but I'll be explaining something. I want to explain something that most retail traders don't realize. Most retail traders have got very good strategies, but they don't realize this one thing. Retail traders don't realize this one thing. Just a moment, let me pause the backtest. I want to explain something important. So most retail traders who are trading manually, who are not using robots don't realize that their strategies have got drawdowns. Same with robots like this. So these small spikes to the downside, these small spikes you see to the downside, these are drawdowns. So most traders don't realize that their strategies have got drawdowns and they are using tight stop losses. So all these relatively bigger drawdowns are hitting their stop loss, and then the market reverses, goes to hit their take profits. That's why most retail traders, when they enter a trade, a drawdown like that one will hit their stop loss, and then the market goes their way. This happens almost every day, almost on every day of every week. It happens to retail traders whereby stop loss has been hit and then the trade goes to hit their take profit. Why? Because they don't know that drawdowns like this exist in their strategy. Even though their strategy is good at an extended period of time with a huge stop loss, but then they're using tight stop losses and all those drawdowns are hitting their stop losses. So their strategies can be as good as this at an extended period of time, but all those spikes to the downside are hitting their stop losses. That's why in algorithm trading we use relatively large stop loss, so that those spikes to the downside don't ruin our trade plan, or they don't ruin our account balance. That's why we use relatively huge stop losses. But then you have to have a good strategy at the end of the day as well. It's not just increasing the stop loss. You have to have a relatively good strategy which hits take profit at an extended period of time. So the backtest ends here, guys. Hope you got something. Hope the backtest made sense and the advice I was giving to retail traders made sense. So the backtest ends here. Thank you. Like and subscribe, guys. Cheers.